One type of cryptocurrency that I think will do really well in the next bull run is layer 2 scaling solutions for Ethereum. Now, there are 5 main types of scaling solutions: sidechains, plasma, state channels, ZK rollups, and optimistic rollups. So in this video, I'm going to go over each one and then also give you some relevant cryptocurrencies for each one. And if you enjoy this video, then please give it a like, and if you're not yet subscribed, then please do so. Now that Ethereum is proof of stake, it doesn't mean that layer 2 solutions are useless. In fact, it means they're needed more than ever because Ethereum isn't going away anywhere. The more use Ethereum has, the more need there is for scaling. And Vitalik Buterin himself has said many times about the importance of layer 2s in Ethereum's future. And the basic idea behind layer 2 protocols is they move some of the computational work, such as processing transactions, off the main blockchain while still maintaining security and integrity of the main blockchain. And this is achieved by building separate networks or infrastructure layers that actually sit on top of the main blockchain layer and processes transactions in a faster, cheaper, more scalable way. So let's look at the main types of these scaling solutions. Up first is sidechains. Now, sidechains, they're separate blockchain networks that are connected to the main Ethereum network. And these separate networks, they can handle specific types of transactions and processing, such as micropayments, specialized smart contract functionality, while keeping the main Ethereum network secure. So in the context of Ethereum scaling, sidechains are often used to handle high-frequency, low-value transactions, such as those that occur on decentralized applications. Sidechains for Ethereum scaling typically work by using a two-way bridging mechanism that connects the sidechain to the main Ethereum network. And this mechanism allows users to move their assets between the main Ethereum network and the sidechain, ensuring that the assets remain secure and accessible. And the bridging mechanism also ensures that the sidechain is anchored to the security of the main Ethereum network, preventing the risk of double spending or other security vulnerabilities. Popular sidechains include Polygon and Scale. Another type of scaling solution are ZK rollups. The name ZK rollup, it stands for Zero Knowledge Rollup, and it describes the two key components of the solution: zero knowledge proofs and rollups. Now, zero knowledge proofs are a cryptographic technique that allows one party to prove to another that they know a certain fact without revealing any additional information. Rollups, on the other hand, are a technique that bundles multiple transactions into a single batch that is processed and recorded on the blockchain. So combine them, you get ZK rollups. The transactions are processed off-chain, and the results are bundled together into a single transaction that is submitted to the main blockchain. This process, called the rollup, is verified using zero-knowledge proofs, which prove that the rollup is correct and that the individual transactions within it are valid, without revealing any information about these specific transactions. ZK rollups can significantly increase the throughput of a blockchain network, as a single rollup can contain hundreds or thousands of transactions, and this reduces the workload on the main blockchain and reduces the transaction fees for users. ZK rollups can also improve the privacy of transactions, as the zero-knowledge proofs ensure that the details of the transactions are kept private. One potential downside of ZK rollups is that they require a significant amount of computational workload to generate the zero-knowledge proofs, which can be resource-intensive and time-consuming. However, as technology improves, the time and resources required to generate zero-knowledge proofs are expected to decrease. Popular ZK rollups include Loopring and Starkware. Another type of rollup is optimistic rollups. They also work by processing transactions off-chain and then bundling them into a single transaction that is submitted to the main Ethereum blockchain. The rollup contains a proof that the transactions are valid, which is generated by the off-chain processing, and this proof is then verified by a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain. In the event of a double spend, an invalid transaction, the smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain will reject the rollup and the transactions within it, ensuring the integrity and security of the Ethereum network. One advantage of optimistic rollups is that they can significantly increase the transaction throughput of the Ethereum network, as a single rollup can contain hundreds or thousands of transactions, just the same with ZK rollups. Optimistic rollups can also improve the privacy of transactions, as the off-chain processing can be done in a way that keeps the details of the transactions private. But one potential downside of optimistic rollups is that they can take some time to process, as the smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain needs to verify the proof generated by the off-chain processing, and this can lead to longer confirmation times for users. Although this can be addressed through the use of techniques such as fraud proofs, which allow for faster dispute resolution in the event of an invalid transaction. Cryptocurrencies that use optimistic rollups include Optimism, Arbitrum, and Metis. Another type of scaling solution for Ethereum is Plasma. And Plasma is based on a hierarchical tree structure where each child chain is connected to a parent chain. The parent chain in this case is the Ethereum blockchain. And the child chains can process transactions more quickly and with lower fees than the main Ethereum network, because they don't need to perform as much workload. Child chains on the Plasma network are sometimes called plasma chains or plasma side chains, and each plasma chain can have its own rules, consensus mechanism, and transaction format, allowing for customized functionality and specialized use cases. They're very similar to side chains. The transactions on plasma chains are only submitted to the main Ethereum network for final settlement, which reduces the workload on the main chain. In order to ensure the security of the Plasma network, Plasma uses a fraud-proof system, and this system allows anyone to challenge the validity of a transaction on the Plasma chain by submitting a fraud proof to the parent chain. And if the proof is valid, the disputed transaction is rolled back and the challenger is rewarded with a portion of the transaction fees that were generated on the Plasma chain. One of the benefits of Plasma is that it can support a wide range of use cases, including micropayments, gaming, decentralized exchanges, and other decentralized apps that require high transaction throughput and low fees. It also offers privacy benefits, as transactions can be processed off-chain and in a way that is more difficult to trace. One challenge, though, is the need for a strong exit mechanism, which ensures that users can withdraw their funds from a Plasma chain even in the event of a network failure. Additionally, because the security of the Plasma network depends on the security of Ethereum, any vulnerabilities in Ethereum could potentially compromise the entire Plasma network. One network that uses Plasma is the OMG network. Another type of scaling solution for Ethereum are state channels, and state channels work by enabling off-chain transactions between two or more parties, which can be processed instantly without the need for verification on the main Ethereum network. Essentially, a state channel is a two-party transaction off-chain, with the final result being settled on the blockchain. But only the opening and closing transactions are made public on the blockchain. Everything that happens in between remains private. Once a state channel is established, parties can exchange transactions directly between each other, rather than broadcasting them to the entire network. And these transactions can be anything that can be expressed in code, such as payments or smart contract interactions. Each party can sign and verify the transactions without the need for consensus mechanisms or verification from the main network. State channels are therefore similar to Bitcoin's Lightning Network, which is a payments network, but the difference is that state channels can support more than just payments. State channels have several advantages over traditional on-chain transactions. They can process transactions much faster and with lower fees, and they do not require the same level of computational work as on-chain transactions. They also provide greater privacy, as transactions occur off-chain and are only settled on the main blockchain when the channel is closed. State channels can also be combined with other layer 2 scaling solutions such as Plasma or Rollups to further increase the efficiency and transaction throughput of the Ethereum network. For example, Plasma can be used to establish a shared state channel that can support a large number of users and transactions. However, there are also some challenges with state channels that need to be addressed for their successful implementation. And one of the main challenges is the need for a secure and efficient channel opening and closing mechanism, as well as mechanisms to prevent fraud or disputes in case of a breach of the off-chain agreement. And these mechanisms need to be implemented in a way that doesn't compromise the security of the main Ethereum blockchain. An example of a state channel network is the Raiden network. So there you go, those are the 5 main types of scaling solutions for Ethereum. Let me know in the comments which one you like the best, which one do you think has the brightest future. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.